Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about POD versus an inventory-based business. So you may have just been starting to think about the idea of having a t-shirt business and you're trying to decide, should you do inventory or should you just try POD? If you don't know what POD is, it just stands for print on demand. Print on demand is just a third-party business that does the fulfillment and the shipping of all your orders. So basically the opposite of that is a inventory-based business where you fulfill and ship your own order. So let's talk about some pros of a print-on-demand business. So basically there's a couple of print-on-demand businesses. From off the top of my head, I know that there's Teespring, Printful, and Printify, where you can upload your designs on these websites and you can get products made. On print-on-demand websites, they usually make more than just apparel. You can get things like mugs, even shower curtains, so you have more of an array of things that you can get on a print-on-demand website. Let's talk about some pros to doing print-on-demand. So basically the upfront cost is a lot cheaper since you're just paying for shirts to be fulfilled and sent out, compared to an inventory-based business where you'll need a heat press or maybe a DTG machine or embroidery machine. You'll just have to pay for the cost of the shirts to be fulfilled and sent out. When I was on a print-on-demand website, I paid typically between $18 to $19 to get my shirt fulfilled and sent. Some other pros from print-on-demand is since you're not fulfilling, since you're not shipping stuff and having to worry about the logics and having inventory, you have a lot more time that you could put towards a lot of other things. So in this time, you could be working on designs, you could be working on marketing, and you could just be worried about getting your brand and your business pushed out more, because you do not have to worry about the fulfillment and worry about the customers getting their item that's already being taken care of in a warehouse by the print-on-demand company. Another pro to print-on-demand, like I said before, is you're able to sell more than one type of item. So if you just have a t-shirt business from home, then you're just probably selling t-shirts because you have the equipment just to make t-shirts. But with these print-on-demand warehouses, they have the equipment to make stuff like mugs and hoodies and other type of stuff. Shower curtains is sometimes what I see on their keychains. They have the inventory and they have the machines to make all of these type of things. So you can get your designs on a whole bunch of other stuff other than t-shirts. Since we talked about the pros, you know we got to talk about the cons of POD. And one of them that I really faced a lot was my customers receiving the wrong thing. So for instance, I had a problem with one of my customers. She ordered a Christmas shirt and she ended up receiving a shirt about bicycles. And it kind of was like, where did this come from? This is not even something that I sell on my website. So it was kind of confusing. And I had this problem happen a lot to a couple customers. So I had to go to the print-on-demand website. Well, I had to speak with somebody from the print-on-demand website and speak with my customer so that she can get a refund. So I kind of had to be that middleman in between my customer and the print-on-demand website, and it kind of was a little hassle, especially when it started to happen a lot. So with print-on-demand, I like to kind of say that it's like going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting coffee in the morning. You kind of have no choice but to get whatever they give you for the day. Compared to when you're at home, you know, you could just do it with 1 cup of water, 2 cups of this, soy milk. You can add what you want to add to it, and you know that it'll be just like how you like it. But since with print on demand, it's kind of no quality control there. You have to just take what you can get until you figure out that it's wrong through your customer. So that could be the problem with print on demand. The quality control is kind of low, and you cannot look at everything before it's being sent out. You don't know what they're getting until you actually see a complaint on your marketplace or in your emails through your customers. Another con with print on demand was the prices. The prices were significantly higher than when I fulfill my orders myself. So I was typically spending around $18 to $19 to fulfill and ship a shirt. And this is pretty high because now I have to mark my shirts up a lot in order to see some type of profit after the taxes and everything goes through on the shirt. So compared to with my home inventory business, I can get the shirts for around $3. I can get transfers for around $1. So that makes the shirts $4. And then by the time they ship, that's an additional $4. So it'll cost me typically $8 to fulfill and make a shirt at home, compared to with POD, I'll be spending around $18 to $19 just to get the shirt to the customer. So when using POD, it can kind of eat into your profit. If your prices are not $25 or more, you really won't see a big profit on POD. My last complaint about POD would just be not being able to really customize my order like how I want to. So therefore my customer experience when they get their package, it just wasn't that great. So for instance, I wasn't able to add thank you cards or just personalize my mailers or anything like that. I wasn't able to send stickers or none of that now, even though I know now at the time it has changed. You are now able to send in, I think on Printful, thank you cards and stuff like that to go inside the package with your t-shirts. But at the time when I was on POD, you weren't able to. So the customer experience just wasn't that great because they were just receiving a t-shirt, and sometimes the t-shirt wasn't even the shirt that they ordered. So it just made my customer experience really low compared to now when I'm running my inventory business from home and I'm able to send in those stickers, those thank you cards, those little extra care instructions about the shirt. It makes the customer experience a lot more different, and it just seems like it's a lot more meaningful. All right, so let's talk about inventory-based business. Like I said before, this is fulfilling and shipping your stuff yourself. So from home or from your warehouse, wherever you decide to make your t-shirts, you're the one in charge. You're the one sending it out. Everything falls on you kind of at the end of the day as far as fulfillment. So some pros of having an inventory-based business will be you're able to customize your packaging. So you decide the type of poly mailers that you want. You decide the care instructions and anything else that you want to go inside of your packaging. And it's more so of a branding experience when your customers receive their packages. Another pro to having an inventory-based business is you're now the one that's able to do quality control on your business. So if you know that when you ship this shirt out, it was in good condition, then you know that it's going to be in good condition when it gets there. Also, you're the one, before everything is sent out, you're checking over it, making sure that it's great. So when it gets to the customer, it's great. You do not have to worry about the shirt being the wrong size or the wrong color or just any problems that can happen in a warehouse with somebody else fulfilling your orders. Those problems no longer exist because you're the ones fulfilling it and making sure it's good and you got it before it's all sent out to the customer. Another pro is that you have the equipment that you need to make shirts or anything else that you use to send out. So now that I have a heat press, I have a Cricut machine, and also I have an embroidery machine, I'm able to do side work. So all my work that I make money off of is just not from the internet. If a friend comes to me and they're like, hey, I need shirts, I can make shirts for them. If a business comes to me and they're like, I need shirts or I need tote bags or embroidered sweatshirts or anything like that, I'm able to make that extra cash flow on the side for myself, other than just being able to make orders online and send them to a warehouse. I have all the equipment that I need to make stuff and sell stuff locally to people as well. But with having all that type of equipment also comes cons. You have to pay for that equipment up front in order to be able to use it. And we all know that embroidery machines and vinyl cutters and heat presses can be kind of expensive. So you got to be able to have that money up front to pay for your jump start in your business. Also, you'll need inventory like shirts and stuff to send off, like mailers and just thank you cards and anything else that's going to be in the packaging of your t-shirt orders or any orders that you're making. You have to have all that stuff. So you have to constantly do inventory checks to make sure you even have it to be able to put shirts out there online and sell. So that could be a hassle too, because on top of the price of the inventory, you got to have the price of your supplies that you need as well. So while we're talking about cons of inventory-based business, time can be a problem. If you're just a one-man band like me, I'm running the marketing of my business, I'm doing the fulfillments, I'm sending out orders. This is really taxing on my time, especially because I still do have a full-time job. So I have to work and be able to come home and fulfill my orders. So by the time I come home from work, the post office is already closed. So that's a big problem of mine, having to stay up all night and fulfill these orders in order for them to be still sent out on time. So time and space is something that you might want to consider when you're having a home inventory business or a warehouse inventory business. You got to have the space, you got to have the time, and this just all comes down to where you see your business, where do you want it to go, and more so just you. You have to know what type of person you are in order to run an inventory-based business or POD. You just have to know what you want for yourself and what you want for your business. But guys, I feel like both of these techniques are great. They still both cost money to start up. So it just more so depends on where do you see yourself with your business, how do you want to move your business and grow your business, and what do you want to put energy into? Do you want to put more energy into marketing, branding, designs? Where do you see yourself, and how do you want to run your t-shirt business? You have to figure out what type of person you are. But the good thing is you could start off with an inventory-based business and do print on demand as well. or turn to print on demand later on in time, it really doesn't matter. It just depends where your business is going and how you want to run it. And it's the opposite too. You could start off with POD and then turn inventory. That's something that I did, and I feel like it works best for me as far as being able to still use the equipment that I have on other things. It just depends on the person that you are and where you see your brand going. So hopefully this video helped anybody that was wondering, should they do POD or should they do inventory based business? I hope this video helped you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.